Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect of the nation of Israel. Start up with the 144,000, which should be the ruling governing body in the kingdom of heaven. Right, the 144,000 would be ruling. We got a lot of elect here in America, which is a lot of the 1/3, which would be you believers, which will include men, women, and children. 2/3 of our own people here in America will be destroyed, of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Jamaican, Haitians, Guatemalans, Panamanians, Cubans. You also have Jake that's scattered abroad, you Israelites that scattered abroad in different countries around the world that will be destroyed. Same thing with Jakes that are Israelites that will be saved as well. This is your brother YASHAMIAHLA coming back at y'all with another lesson. Basically, I came across this video. I didn't really watch it, but Salakia. As y'all can see, it says Bobby. I don't know how to pronounce the last name. It says Althoff reveals her chilling conversation with Yahweh, which they don't call him. I'm pretty sure they don't call him it. She, it's just Edomite girl on the screen. She an Edomite. She does interviews with a lot of celebrities and all that, But basically, I guess what she said is that she's comfortable with going to, hell, which we know in this truth. If you knew this truth, hell doesn't exist. Hell is a, it's a low estate or the grave. It's not a literal place that you go to when you die to suffer the Lord's judgment. It doesn't exist, right? You go through hell on the earth when you go through hard times, and when you die, the grave. That's just it. It's not when you go to a place your soul's burning. But what caught my eye is that she, like I said, she appears to be Edomite. But if you hear her talk, if you watch a video of her mannerisms, her characteristics, just if you just watch her, she ain't no damn Jake, man. She ain't no Jake. This Jake right here, Nick Jones, I think he's a Christian or something. He definitely ain't in the truth. The niggas in the world. But I saved this video that I came across it because of the title. But basically, I guess the title was like, she was okay with going to hell, like I said. But that's how, these Edomites think, because the Lord's not dealing with you, right? They'll say, well, anybody can say that. Anybody can think that. Well, if you heard Jake say something like that, they probably not an Edomite, or they probably playing. Jake plays a lot. They shouldn't play about certain things, but, Jakes don't say stuff like it for the most part. Oh, I'm okay with being a Jake. There is some niggas that say that, but as far as just actually meaning it, if Jake knew the consequences, if they knew the actual severe harsh judgment that will come with that, they wouldn't be saying it. But it just made me think of the wickedness of these Edomites, man. They live amongst us. They're ruling. They tell us what to do. It's that deep. I don't give a fuck about what she went through. Salakia. I don't give a fuck about what she went through. Nobody cares about what you went through. That's what you got to understand. Nobody cares about what you went through except you. Don't expect nobody to. Yeah, you might have people that so-called love you or care about you, but at the end of the day, you go through what you go through, whether you are Israelite or, but the Lord's dealing with the Israelites. The Lord don't care about you heathens, man. Right? And let's start off with that scripture. So I'm going to get this. This is Isaiah, right? I believe it's, let me see. Isaiah 40 verse 17, it says, all nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity. So you think by you saying certain things, the Lord, YASHAMIAHLA, cares? You think that he's batting an eye at that? No. There's a lot of people on the earth that feel the way she feels. That they was, forgotten, or they was, abused, or, nobody cares about them. The Lord don't care about most of the people on the earth. That's what you Christians don't want to talk about, you know. Christians don't want to talk about that. They really think the Lord is about all love. No, man, the Lord, the God of the Bible, he's a God of great judgment, right? He's a God of balance, right? He controls both sides, right? You can't have one without the other. Let's get that in Proverbs 11:1 says, a false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. You see that? So a false balance is an abomination. You gotta have, you know, both sides of the spectrum, right? It ain't just one side, you know, with the Lord, right? You got good and evil, right? You got loud, quiet, if that makes sense. The point is you got both sides, right? And let's go to Romans, right? 9, right? Let me see. Romans 9 and verse 11. So this is talking about Esau and Jacob. Now this is referring to Genesis, right? It says, for the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of Yahweh according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. You see that? So basically, this is going to the Lord, basically choosing the outcome and the final resolution of, you know, their lives. You know, the Lord predestinated everything, right? It says it was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger, right? You know, when they came out, when Jacob and Esau was born, you know, Esau was meant to rule first, you know, but not forever, right? It says, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated, right? It says, what shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid. You see that? The Lord he's not wicked. It's not possible. Just because you think something's wicked, that don't mean that he thinks something's wicked. You know? Here it is that you as a so-called human, you can choose what you like to do. You can choose what you don't want to do. Or you can just choose what you desire. You can choose what you don't desire. Right? That's going to fit your purpose or your narrative in your life. But you telling me the creator of all things, he just got to love everybody. Right? You could, but only people say that because they want to feel good. You don't want to believe that the creator can kill you at any moment. But yeah, who wants to believe that? You know, it's harsh. But it is what it is. That's why you got to fear him. Right? You can't change how the Lord is. The Lord created you. Right? This is verse 15. It says, for he said to Moses, I have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. You see that? So there you go. You know, the Lord's going to have mercy on whom he wants to have mercy. He's going to have compassion on whom he going to have compassion. Right? The Lord is not with everybody, man. Right? Let me skip down to verse 20. Right? This is what Edom might say. It says, nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against Yahweh? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? You know, it made me think of that scene in the movie Leave the World Behind, if you brothers seen it. Right? The Edomite woman, the Edomite wife in the movie, she ends up saying, I hate people, but she was like, I don't know why I'm like this. You know, I'm pretty sure a lot of brothers seen it. You know, there's a reason she said that, because she's an Edomite. You know? There's a reason. And she means it in a different way. She wants to see people suffer. You know, especially Jake. You know, these Edomites, they're not right. You know, look at the history of ever since the so-called white person's been on the earth, there's just been one of them. There's nothing but evil that's been on the earth. It ain't been us. How are we doing all the evil on the whole earth, but we don't run anything. We don't have no power. We don't have no army, but they call us evil. You got to have the resources to commit evil, right? It says, have not the potter power over the clay, right? The potter is YASHAMIAHLA, the creator, right? Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor, another unto dishonor. And that's these Edomites, man. That's why she feel like that. I already got played a video. You know, yeah, y'all heard, y'all, you know, you go check it out yourself. You know, but she appears to be Edomite, and I found out about this too. This nurse, she's an Edomite, man. You know, she was caught breaking the bones of so-called black babies. You know, Edomite, man. They was made to dishonor the Lord. They was made to be wicked. The sooner Jake can accept that, the sooner you can accept a lot of other things, man. You can't change it. Salakia, you can't change that. It is what it is. You know? It is what it is. You can't change what the Lord has set up and ordained, man. You just can't. You know? If you try to, you going against YASHAMIAHLA. If you try to, you know, be friends with them, you try to be kumbaya with them, you know, let bygones be bygones. You know, the past was the past. It is what it is. Nah, you a bitch. That's what you are. If you are them Jakes walking around the earth, you know, in that mindset, you know, they're just people. No, the fuck they're not, man. You know, they're not. You know, I gotta be honest, right? We have a different spirit than them, man. That's why they don't. A natural born Edomite, man. You know, growing up, you know, I always had certain thoughts about them. Yeah, before I was in the truth, you know, I had friends that were heathens or other races of people, but I always thought a certain way about them. And it wasn't like in a hateful way before I was in the truth, but I always thought something was like, they just different. You know, they think that way about us, but when they think about us, when they think about Jake, they think about us in a hateful way, in a way of, you know, rage and envy and wrath. That's how they think towards us. They want to kill us and hurt us. They don't like looking at us. They don't like being around us. If they do, it's to gain, right? You know, that's what it's about, man. You know, they don't have no soul. They don't have no rhythm. You know, coming into this truth, YASHAMIAHLA reveals all that to us. And why? They're not the Lord's people, man. They're the base men of the earth, right? I believe when it talks about when Jacob was born, that was in Genesis 25, right? I believe that was. Right, yep. We've always been at odds with each other, man. This is Genesis 25 and verse 22 says, and the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? Right, they was fighting in the womb. If I'm pregnant and I'm about to, you know, give birth to bring life, why are they fighting like this? She said, it says, and she went to inquire of the Lord. When you inquire of the Lord, it means you go to seek a prophet, because the prophets have the answers. They have, you know, access to YASHAMIAHLA. Right? And I'm not going to bring that verse out. But this verse 23, it says, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. So there are 2 different types of people, man. You know, a lot of Jakes go through a lot of stuff, but they don't lose their faith like that. They don't, you know, they don't be so bugged out to that point, you know. You may have a few Jakes, but for the most part, that's a natural Edomite there. Natural, I'll say, so-called white person thing. They don't believe in the Lord at all. They didn't even go through half the stuff that we went through, because the Lord's not dealing with them. His spirit doesn't reside in them, right? Satan's spirit resides in them, right? You Christians, y'all skipping over this scripture where it says 2 manner of different people. They're different people. They do different things. And YASHAMIAHLA set that up for a reason, to show you the difference and show you his power of what he can do. You know? That's all. Right? It says other people should be stronger than the other. So the Lord's telling you right there that they're not equal. We're not equal to them. And the elder shall serve the younger. Right? The elder is Esau, you so-called white people. Right? It says, and when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Right? And the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. Right? So, that's Esau, man. You know, he would be called the so-called white man in there, or the Caucasian. race. You know, that's them. The people that look like her on the screen. Now, we have our people that look like them, but for the most part, most people you see, for the most part, looking like her, they're Edomites, man. They're the nation that the Lord He didn't choose to have mercy on. All of them, they have they have that same wicked spirit. They might not do the same exact action every day, as far as like certain things, but the Lord, He condemned them as a nation, right? And that's why they do certain things like this, you know, towards Jake. We don't do stuff to them like that. We don't do that. If anything, it's get back, you know, because they did something else first. But you know, that's the reason why these Edomites don't believe in the Lord, because they wasn't made to. The Lord didn't choose them, right? But I'm gonna close this video out, man. You know, I'm kind of driving a little bit right now, so you know, I might do a part 2. You know, we'll see, Lord willing. But for now, I'm gonna close out. Hope this video was edifying to the elect. I will give our honor and glory to YASHAMIAHLA, AHSHAWAR, ASSHUR, I want to say YASHAMIAHLA, Shalom.